Life is not a rehearsal. It is the one performance you get to deliver without a script, without a retake, and without a guarantee that the curtain will rise tomorrow. Okay, and that alone should wake you up from the slumber of comfort, excuses, and waiting for the right time, waiting for someone's approval, waiting for perfect conditions that will never arrive. Because in truth, the perfect moment is a myth. And those who wait for it will never begin. While the ones who dare to start in chaos, in fear, in doubt, will forge a path through fire and build something eternal out of nothing. And that is what you are meant for, not mediocrity, not settling, not fading quietly into the shadows of existence, but to rise, to roar, a cool, radiate a strength that shakes the ground beneath your feet. Because the world is not moved by those who whisper, but by those who command their destiny with the fire in their soul. And you must become one of those rare individuals who no longer asks for permission, who no longer plays small to make others comfortable, who no longer tolerates the ordinary when you were born to live extraordinary. Because the time you've been given is not infinite. The clock is ticking with every heartbeat, and every second wasted is a second lost to doubt, distraction, and fear. And those seconds do not return. So if you are going to live, really live, not just exist, then it has to start now. Not tomorrow, not next month, but right now. Because the greatest illusion is that we have time, and the greatest tragedy is dying with your potential still locked inside of you. So break free from the chains of excuses, tear down the walls built by others' opinions, and refuse to let fear dictate your direction. Because fear may protect you from failure, but it also robs you of greatness. And no one who ever made history did so by playing it safe. So take the risk, even if your hands shake, even if your voice trembles, even if you are surrounded by silence and doubt. Because courage is not the absence of fear, it's the defiance of it. It is standing tall when everything in you says retreat. It is saying I will when the world screams. You can't. And you have that power within you, dormant maybe, buried beneath years of rejection, heartbreak, failure, but it's there, waiting to be awakened, waiting for you to stop running from your own reflection and finally face the truth that you are enough, that you are capable, that you are worthy, not because the world says so, but because you decide so. And every great transformation begins with a single decision: to no longer be ruled by the version of you that survived, but to rise into the version that thrives. And to do that, you must embrace the grind, the pain, the setbacks, because progress is born in pressure, and diamonds are not made in comfort. They are made in chaos. And if you want to shine, you must endure the heat. Because there are no shortcuts to strength, and every scar you carry is proof that you fought, that you endured, that you didn't quit. So stop hiding your pain, use it, mold it, let it drive you. Because no one cares about the excuses, only the results. And while others may quit, you are the one who persists, who adapts, who reinvents yourself every time the world tries to break you. And that resilience, that fire, that unstoppable will that is your superpower. And once you realize that every failure is feedback, every rejection is redirection, and every challenge is a doorway to a greater version of yourself, you'll stop fearing the storm and start becoming it. Because warriors are not born, they are forged in fire. And if your life has been difficult, if you face losses, betrayal, struggle, good, because that means you've been training. That means you've been chosen. That means your story is going to matter. Because the deepest pain often births the strongest purpose. And you have something to give the world that no one else can. But first, you have to believe in your own worth. You have to silence the inner critic that says you're not ready, you're not good enough, you're too late. Because those voices lie, and they only win if you let them. But you won't, not anymore. Because from this moment on, you are stepping into your potential. You're stepping into your mission. And you are going to do it without apology, without hesitation, without regret. Because average is dead to you. And comfort is a cage you refuse to live in anymore. And yes, the road will be lonely at times. And yes, people will doubt you, laugh at you, leave you. But let them, because you're not here to be liked, you're here to be legendary. And legends are not born in crowds. They are built in solitude, in discipline, in relentless pursuit of something greater than themselves. So let this be your call to arms, your declaration of war against everything that's held you back, fear, laziness, procrastination, insecurities. Slay them all with action, with consistency, with purpose. Because there will never be a perfect day, but there will be a final day. And when that day comes, you should meet it with no regrets, with no what-ifs, with no dreams left unlived, because you burned through every limitation. You pushed through every doubt. You fought for your vision with the full weight of your soul. And that is what it means to live, to show up fully, fiercely, faithfully to the one chance you've been given, and to leave behind a legacy not of fame, but of fire, of someone who dared to become everything they were meant to be. No matter how long it took, no matter how hard it got, no matter how many times they had to rise after falling, because they never stopped, and neither will you.